Hi guys, welcome back to Sarah J Speaks and welcome to my home. I would like to thank you all for tuning in and thank you again for your patience as I have not been able to post as consistent as my heart has desired. But no worries, I've learned some valuable lessons and I will share those along the way. But as of right now, I'd love to just jump right into the topic. It is potentially the most discussed and preached topic in most churches outside of prosperity and giving, but potentially the least popular in the generation of fallback game strong, and that would be forgiveness. So, what is forgiveness? What does it look like? Who's worthy of it? When does it happen? Why does it happen? How does it happen? And I am not an expert at forgiveness. Let me go ahead and just put that out there. But I am aware of forgiveness. I also am very cognizant of the damaging pieces for those who are in the position to forgive and those who are actually in need of forgiving. So, what is it? It's actually the pardoning of an action and or of a person. And typically it looks like unconditional love in my opinion, but others decide to not speak to the person, to not address it, and or look over it and keep it pushing and never, discuss it. Well, what are some healthy ways to know it's time to forgive someone? Typically, if your friends say, you need to let it go, or you still holding on to that, or bruh, it ain't that deep, I understand because it is that deep and you can't let it go. I wouldn't let it go. But typically, when people say that, either being extremely insensitive or you probably do need to let it go. So, what does letting it go look like? Forgiveness. What does forgiveness looks like? Three easy ways or steps. One, it's confronting the person that you feel has wronged you, typically by letting them know that the action that they put on you and or showed you was not something you received well. And then step two would be hearing them out. Not hearing them out to respond, but hearing them out to genuinely see how they thought that process through or how they thought that situation through. That, I mean, you decide if you want to keep it, discard it, or, you know, just move forward. So I know that's like really basic. Like typically it's like 10 steps to forgiveness. No, I just look at it as three. Confront the person, hear them out, and decide whether the relationship and or friendship is worth keeping, discarding, or just not even acknowledging. So what does that look like? Um, we are entirely too old to have frenemies, males and females. So when people wrong you, you have to let them know, or they will continue to do it over and over and over again. And no one likes a person who is habitual with the same stuff and constantly having to forgive them. So if you're going to forgive people, you can't be passive. Keep that in mind. But also, if you're going to forgive people, you can't shut them down. That means you have to be willing to listen to what it is that they have to say. And then you have to accept that as the story. I know. Well, I know that's not what she was thinking. I know that's not really what happened. I know. Been there before. But when they tell you what it is, you can discern whether step three, if you want to keep it, discard it, or just leave it alone. So when you keep the friendship, that means you have let things go. You acknowledged the person's faults and you move forward happily. That does not mean bring it up again. It does not mean tell all your homegirls about it except for them. It means to just genuinely be happy with that friend. Discarding the friendship or relationship, hearing them out and saying, honestly, I can't accept that. I respect that you told me how you perceive the incident, but I can't accept that. You walk away. No hard feelings. I mean, because that's still a part of the forgiving process. You don't have to, what up this person when you see them in the streets. You just say, that's not nothing I can accept. When you look over it, this is probably the least effective way in forgiving because it's going to come back up over and over again. But that typically looks like when you're supposed to confront them, you tell them, they tell you how you feel about it, and you've already had your mind made up. Therefore, you don't care. You're not listening. So you're looking over it. It will happen again and again and again. So just be prepared for that. Honestly, the best two to do is decide to keep or discard. Other than that, you'll be in a whirlwind of just habitual forgiving, and it's necessary, but it's really not all that necessary. So, that is my lovely topic today. 3 easy steps. It's really not that easy, but 3 easy steps to a healthy path of forgiveness. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed you all. My heart is jumping out of my chest. I'm so happy to be back. And I just look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a wonderful week and talk to you all soon. Bye. Hi, Anna.